What's up guys, Rocketboy3412 here, and today I'm going to be going over the patch notes that are coming with tomorrow's Marvel Rebels update. Season 1 is releasing tomorrow, January 10th, and we got a bunch of patch notes to go over, so we're going to go into it right now. We're going to be talking about Captain America first. So his delay time for the shield restoration after releasing Living Legend, which is just his shield block, is going to go from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. So the regeneration of his shield on the left side, as you can see, it will be coming back much faster in tomorrow's update. For his Liberty Rush, which is this ability, or his F ability, which is on PC, it's going to be going from a 12-second cooldown down to only 10 seconds now. And he's also getting a increased of health from his current 650 up to 675. He also is getting a reduced of energy cost from his Freedom Charge, which is his ultimate ability, of 3,400 points down to 3,100 points. For Doctor Strange, they are going to be adding a damage fall off to his E ability, or his Maelstrom of Madness and Gamma Maelstrom, starting at 5 meters and reducing to 70% at 8 meters. So obviously it's this ability. They also slightly decreased the shield value recovery rate after releasing Shield of Seraphim from 80 a second to 70 a second, which just means you'll get more health, or sorry, you'll get less health back for your shield per second. For Thor, he's getting a base increased health from 500 to 525. The 600 is only because of I think it's a season bonus currently as of recording this or something. But it'll be going from 500 to 525. And they also added immunity when using his ultimate. So that basically means when his ultimate activates, and while he's in his ultimate, he can be taken down. He will not be able to get CC'd or like grabbed or stunned or anything like that. So he'll be able to go from his ultimate and end it just with ease without having to get stunned or CC'd or anything. For Hulk, all that is happening for him is that he's getting reduced health for his shield from 250 down to 200. So it'll just be taken down much more faster than it used to. For Venom, they're going to be increasing the symbiotic resilience bonus health that you gain depending on the amount of health you have right now, from 1 to 1.2 now. They are also increasing the base damage of his ultimate from 40 to 50. For Black Panther, they're going to be reducing the additional health provided to self after refreshing Vibranium marks with Spirit Ren from 40 to 30. So that's like if you do this, go for the kick, you get 40 HP of shield basically, or extra health. And they're going to be bringing that down from 40 down to 30 only. So and the upper limit that the extra shield you can get, so like you can have this guy tag, you go through them, you go 380, so that's 80 extra HP given to you. The max amount you can go to is 120, but they are decreasing that limit down to only 75, so you can have 2 people marked and basically get the max amount of HP right away, because with 2 people and a dash, that's 80, but obviously it's going to be dropped down to 75, so you'll only be able to get to 75 max, and that's it. So that's pretty significant, not gonna lie. For Black Widow, they're going to increase the range of her E ability, or her kick, at least the first kick that she does, from 3 meters to 5 meters. They're also going to reduce the time required that her Fleet Foot to recover from 0 stamina to full stamina from 12 seconds now to only 4 seconds instead. So as you can see, it takes some time, and it takes quite a long time to go from 0 to max. It's not going to be from 0 to max, it'll be 4 seconds instead of the 12 seconds. And the charge up for her ultimate ability will go from 1 second to 0.6 seconds. For Hawkeye, they're going to slightly reduce the spread angle between every 2 blast arrows. So it'll be that arrow, for example. And they're also going to reduce the triggering distance of his passive ability, Archer's Focus, from 60 meters to 40 meters. And they're also reducing the maximum additional damage of the passive from 80 to 70. For Hela, they're just going to be reducing her base health of 275 down to just 250. For Magic, they're going to be increasing her Umbral Incursion damage in Darkchild, which is her ultimate, and her Umbral Incursion is her E ability, which is this. It's going from 115 to 135. For Moon Knight, they're going to be increasing the radius of his ultimate, and they're going to increase the number of talons that come from the ultimate from 10 to 14, so an additional 4 hands will come from his ultimate. For Namor, they're just going to make it much more easier to like be able to throw these, and it'll feel much better and less sluggish than it like looks and feels. So that'll be happening. For Psylocke, her ultimate ability, Dance of the Butterfly, will check for barriers now. So that includes Magneto's Metal Bulwark, Hulk's Indestructible Guard, and Doctor Strange's shield. That'll basically mean that if you have a shield or you're behind a shield, her ultimate it'll detect you and it won't attack you when you have a shield or behind a shield. So it'll kind of be much more easier to kind of maneuver through her ultimate, especially if you are a character with a shield or can give shields to a different character or to an ally. Then you can ultimately probably save them from the ultimate or save yourself from the ultimate because it'll detect it and be like, nothing's there, basically. So it'll detect it, but also not at the same time, if that does make sense. For the Punisher, they're just making both of his weapons just more accurate. You'll have better accuracy with both of these weapons. So that's just all they're doing with him. Just makes sense. He's a bullet weapon, so you'll be more accurate with his shots now. So he might be pretty good. Pretty good. For the Scarlet Witch, they're just increasing the Chaos Control's fixed damage from 50 a second to 60 a second. So more damage. Oh, my bad. Oh my god, what am I doing? What is going on? Okay, they're just increasing the damage of this from 50 to 60, but they're reducing the percentage damage. They're reducing the percentage damage per second from 5% to 3%, and they're increasing the projectile or the right click from 30 to 35 damage now. For Storm, they're increasing her projectile speed of her just main projectile from 100 meters a second to 150 meters a second, so it'll travel much faster, and this will also be getting an increase of damage from 50 to 55, so that's pretty nice as well. They're also increasing the damage of Bolt Rush, which is her right click basically, from 70 to 80 damage now. And also with her ultimate, she gets increased health when she activates it, as you can see, and it'll no longer, as you can see, it'll go away right away. They're changing it to where now it'll stay on you when the ultimate ends, and it'll only diminish at a rate of 100 per second. So you'll at least have a little bit of time to be able to get back or retreat or whatever it may be, instead of just losing all that health right away. Also, the health that you will be getting when that extra health pops up will increase from 350 down up to 450 now. For Squirrel Girl, her Squirrel Tsunami will now have an additional kind of effect where the squirrels will rush towards the nearest enemy after bouncing instead of bouncing just randomly. So it'll actually be more predictable. It'll go to the nearest target instead of just bouncing all over the place. So it'll actually be pretty useful, but they are going to reduce the health of the Squirrel Tsunami from 600 to 300. For the Winter Soldier, you're going to get a increase of your bonus health when you use your snatch ability with his arm, as well as his shift ability when you like rush him and punch him. You'll get an additional health from 30 to 40 now. And they increase the projectile damage of this ball. What's the name of this? I actually forget. The Tainted Vultures. It'll be an increased damage of 70 to 75 now, but they reduce the area damage from 70 to 65 and reduce damage decay from 65% at 40 meters to 60%. And he will also get a increase of base health from 250 to 275 now. For Wolverine, he's getting an increased base health from 300 to 350 now. And they reduced the damage reduction ratio provided of Undying Animal from 50% to 40%. So if you don't know what Undying Animal is, unleash a fierce howl to briefly reduce incoming damage. So that's just his little damage reduction that he gets for a couple seconds. So, but now it'll be only 40% reduction instead of the 50. Moving on into the strategists, we're going to start off with Cloak and Dagger, where they are going to be reducing the Dagger Storm, which is your right click and this dome that you set off with healing. It's going to be have a cooldown of 12 seconds instead of 15. So that's very good to hear, because it is very obviously a very helpful ability. And they're also increasing the number of dashes that you can do in their ultimate from 3 to 4 now. So you'll be able to do an additional 4th slash or dash in the ultimate. For Jeff, the land shark, his ultimate is now going to be turning into a cylinder instead of a sphere for his whole entire ultimate. That's why it was pretty easy to sometimes attack enemies that are up in the air, like an Iron Man. That's why it was pretty easy to snatch them up, even if it looked like they were completely out of the area, like it didn't make sense, whatever. So it's going to be going from a 10-meter sphere to now a 10-meter radius, but they're going to have a 5-meter high cylindrical spell field. That's what they call it. And also his healing joyful splash, which is just this in general. It will be going from 140 seconds of healing to 150 per second of healing. So you'll be doing heals a little bit much more over time now, or as you're shooting at a target. For Luna Snow, I'm pretty sure many people have done this, but they're going to be changing how fast you can switch between the healing and damage boost from 0.1 seconds to just 0.5 seconds. So it'll still be pretty fast. It probably will look like more like this. Let me show you. It'll probably, so this is how fast you can do it. You could blah 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 blah, but it'll probably look more like, it'll just go by a little slower, like taps, like small taps. That's all for Luna Snow. So very odd, but I think it was because you could technically, I think you could heal teammates much faster if you just spammed the ultimate like that. I think so. I think that it is still a thing currently as of recording this, but yeah, they're doing that. For Mantis, they're gonna be reducing her movement speed, or her passive from her movement speed, or the movement speed from her passive. As you can see, you move a lot faster, and that is because of her passive. You currently move 2.5 meters a second faster when the passive is active, but now the passive is getting nerfed. You'll only be moving 1.5 meters a second. So bit rough. I'm a Mantis main. It kind of sucks. Would be nice if they maybe look into it. Maybe they push it to just 2. That'd be nice. But you know, that whatever, I guess it's not a big deal. Everything else is staying the same, so I'll stick with that. And for Rocket, they are just increasing the healing of repair mode from 60 per second to 70 per second. So pretty cool. I already thought he was pretty decent from like other teammates playing him and having them heal me. So honestly, pretty cool. But that is going to be all the buffs and nerfs coming to each individual character, at least that are getting changes with Season 1. Again, Season 1 comes out literally tomorrow, January 10th. So I'm definitely going to be hopping on. I'm going to be live streaming that as well. So definitely check out the live stream. Hopefully I'm pointing in the right direction. Check out the Twitch. Check out the Twitch. Check out the TikTok. I'll be live on there as well. But yeah, other than that, let me know what you guys think about these buffs and nerfs coming to characters. Which ones are pretty nice to hear, or which ones are pretty devastating to hear. Other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in that next video. Peace out.